Welcome to Wide Voices. To all my young adults, it's good to be with you guys again. I got a beautiful company that I'm going to break down today. Just want to make this one little statement. Nobody's going to help you build your financial future. You're going to have to do that yourself. I'm just here to help you guys along, but I got a great company today that we're going to look at that I want you guys buying on the dip. It's not financial advice, but you can buy this one on the dip. And over time, you guys are going to be sitting good. None other than Western Digital. A lot of times, when I talk to young investors, they know the company NVIDIA. But when you think about NVIDIA is like the brain, okay? Yeah, it's like the brain, but if you got a brain, you need a body. And this is where this company right here steps in. This is like the storage. It stores all the information that the brain uses. Okay, this is what this company is all about. It's like the storage part of the body, if you was gonna look at it. Western Digital. A global leader in hard drive, HDDs, flash memory. Yeah, flash memory. It's this type of company, they if you got a body and you got a head, you got to have something that inside the brain that remembers everything. And this is where this company comes in. Yeah, flash memory and data center storage system. Yeah, you got to store the memory. You got to store the data inside the body. And this is where this company come in, because I want you guys to start thinking whenever you go to these big companies, what is it in these companies that make the company function? And you can find other companies that make you a whole lot of money, because the brain, for instance, NVIDIA, it don't work alone. You've got to have components, okay, to make it work. So what is HDC? That's the ticker symbol on this one. If you're going to look it up, it's a hard drive for cloud giants. Yeah, the big boys, okay? It's the memory system, okay? Uh, it enterprise storage systems and hyperscaler. Yeah, this is the company that the part of the body that stores the information. All computers got to have, storage. That's why you got to upgrade your computer every now and then, because you run out of storage. Well, guess where all that storage is being held? In a company like this, okay? Eternal and portable devices for consumers. Yeah. Think about all the headphones and laptops out there. Well, you need a company like this, because they're the one that's doing the storing and the memory. And when you ask a company like Google to Google this, they got they're the ones that send that message out to Google and give it to you real quick. Okay. So what does HDD mean? Well, hard drive, hard disk drive is what it means. The older but widely used storage technology that use spinning magnet platform to store data. Yeah, they use a spinning magnet platform to store all the data. AI, all those guys got to have data, okay? Western Digital is one of the world's biggest HDD manufacturers. This is a big dog, okay? Uh, their XDD lineup includes WD Blue, everyday PC drivers, WD Black, performance gaming drivers, WD Red, NASA drives, WD Purple, surveillance drives, and WD Gold, enterprise, and data center drivers. Yeah, this is the type of company that's kind of like behind the scene. Because, everybody know about the brain, but we want to start learning how to look into these companies, find out what makes the company a global giant behind the scenes. What does the heart look like? What does the lungs look like? The intestines, all of these things sometimes are different parts in different companies that we can look at as young investors to make great decisions on type of the companies that we want to buy. This company split in 2026, not from Western Digital, but they split into a company called SanDisk. It's one of Western Digital. It's part of Western Digital ecosystem. Yeah. It split and made another company called SanDisk, okay? SanDisk, is a major flash memory company that Western Digital bought in 2016. Let me correct that. And it became the brand behind SDD, solid state drivers, SD cards, memory cards, USB flash drivers, professional flash storage. Yeah, this is what the second part of this company is all about. So they're in this together, Western Digital and SanDisk split out of it, and they're still working together. And a side-by-side comparison of the two companies is when you think about their technology, Western has got the mechanical spinning disc. SanDisk has got the solid state flash memory part of it. Western's got the large storage backup servers in NAS. SanDisk has got speed, phones, cameras, and gaming SDs. Western Digital and SanDisk went independent in 2025. Western Digital is responsible for the creation of WD Blue, WD Black, WD Red. SanDisk is responsible for Ultra, Extreme Pro, SanDisk SSD. Western Digital has the high capacity, low cost. SanDisk has high speed, durability, no moving parts. And that's just a comparison between the two companies that heavily work with each other reminding you that SanDisk split from WD just a few years ago. So what does a company like Western Digital look like in the future? Well, revenue is expected to jump from 9.52 billion to 12.59 billion to 15.93 billion over the next 2 years, which is huge. Western is uh, implementing their AI workload that now drives 89% of the business and revenue, with hyperscalers locking in multi-year demand. Yeah, they're locking in the demand on this company right now, which lets us as investors know that this is a great company that we're going to be, averaging costs down, buying on a dip, and just put it in our portfolio because it's just going to go up and up over the next couple years. Okay. Western Digital future looks like it's going to be growing. It's already 100 TB plus AI optimized HD, which is coming using the HAMR technology. Yeah, already scaling up into something bigger and better. The balance sheet, always tell my young adults, let's look at the balance sheet. Their assets is 14. Yeah, that's what it'd be, $1 billion. Yeah, their equity is 5.31 billion. And always like to look at a company's debt. How much debt do they owe? Well, their total debt is 4.75 billion. Down though, however, from 7.48 billion just last year. This is 2026. They're down a couple billion already, which lets me know that this company is scaling in the right way and paying down their debt. This is they're down, like I say, to 4.75 billion, down from 7.48 billion, which was a 36% reduction since last year. And then whenever we look at a company, and I'm going to get into the charts in just a little bit, whenever we look at a company, we all want to look at what the bears got to say about them. Okay? The bears say that the stock may be overvalued, based on discounted cash flow, because their cash flow is not as high as they think it should be. And the reason why I think their cash flow is not as high as they think it should be, just my own personal opinion, is because they're investing now more and more in the future. I already said that they had an 89% growth in AI over the last couple years. But also the bears say that storage is a critical industry. The bears say that, more and more companies is getting into storage. But a company like Western Digital, they already in it. Some companies is just now starting to build out their storage facilities. WD is already in it. Okay. All hype. They said all hype about this company could cool off, slowing demand. And that's what the bears have to say about this company. The bulls say, though, analysts overwhelmingly rate WDC a buy. Now, this is what the big boys, the analysts, are saying. They overwhelmingly rate WDC a buy. The bulls say that their revenue growth is exploding. 40% expected. Yeah, 40% growth. Hey, by next year is pretty doggone good. That's what the bulls is expecting, a 40% growth. They talk about the cash flow, and the bears didn't like it, but the cash flow growth is up 414%. Yeah, 414%. It's already up. Yeah, and this is just the middle of 26. Their net profit margins, and I always like to look at net profit margins, is 34.75%. AI cloud and data center demands is at an all-time high. This is why I think this company is a great company. So why is WDC a great company for you young investors? I'm going to tell you why. It's a great company because AI is here and everybody knows it's here, and AI needs storage. Yeah, another part of the body. It needs storage. Yeah. The body is one thing, but it just holds everything else inside. It needs storage, okay? It needs cloud. Think about it. Clouds need storage. Not only does AI need storage, but clouds need storage. Self-driving cars that's coming on the market pretty soon need storage. Your phone, your laptop, your consoles, they all need storage. And since they all need storage, guess who they need? WD. You guys need to get WD in your portfolio. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump on the charts for a little bit right now, you know. And I always like to get y'all on the charts, you know, in my presentations at the end of it. But right before we go to the charts, let's just take a quick look at the fear index to see what's going on. Okay, it's behind my picture. Fear index is about 68. You know, I could move my picture over a little bit so y'all can see it. Boom, there it is right there. 68, 68, which means that the money is coming back into the market, guys. The money is coming back into the market. Yeah, the money is coming back in to the market. Good job. All right, now let's get on back on over to the charts. Let's look at WDC, find out what's going on with WDC. Here it is. Boom. All right, let me just move myself down here out of the way so we can look at the charts today. I'm just going to make myself a little smaller, guys. All right, let's look at, I always like to take you guys back a year ago to show y'all the charts. All right, here we are. We're rolling pretty good. You can see how a year ago you guys probably could got this bad boy down here. You know, at $43.48. But like I say, it's a rocket ship, guys. It's just been climbing up. It's been climbing all the way up to $453.83 is where it's at right now. Let's just go back a year to date. Year to date, you could have probably got it at 176. 62, but you can still see how the trajectory is going up. I got some of this stuff marked off already, these gold lines, just letting y'all know there's some good buy zones down here. I think a good buy with this company, if you definitely can catch it at right there, 371. If it dipped down to 371, you guys grab that up, buy it on the dip, you know what I mean? I don't really see it coming back down to 274. I think those days are over with this company right here because, like I say, it's a rocket ship, you know what I'm saying? So those days is gonna be pretty much over if you're gonna catch that right there. Let's go back 6 months ago. 6 months ago, 6 months ago though, it was down to 131.98. Okay, you could have got it 6 months ago cheap, but it's still on a rocket ship on the way up, guys. You know what I mean? I think 6 months ago you got it down here pretty cheap because the Trump administration was really into power right now. And if you just open it up a lot, you can see how it dropped down. It was coming down back here when they first came in. And if you just look back a little bit, you can see that it dropped all the way down to 131 back then when you really just open the charts up. But let's just go back 3 months ago. 3 months ago, guys, you could have got it at 226.62. Well, what I like about this company, it ain't doing nothing but growing because the trajectory. Now you could have probably got it really cheap. If you could have got it at 226, you'll be sitting good. Just 3 months ago. But still, it was still an all-time high, showing us that the trajectory was still going up even back then. 1 month ago, yeah, it still went up to 290. That's just 1 month ago, guys. Look at it where it's at right now. It's still trajectory is what I like to look at to let you guys know that this is a great company. Look at that trajectory of that bad boy right there. That's just 1 month ago. Now let's look back 5 days ago. 5 days ago, you could have got it down here at $374. Guys, we're into May 2026 right now. You could have got it down there. But if you didn't get it down there, that's a good place to look for the next dip. Yeah, we just not going to rush and buy it at a high. It's at a high at almost 242 today, But if you guys can catch it down under $400, dip down up in here under $400, hey, that's a great time to buy because we buy low and we sell high. But this bad boy, it's just a shooting rocket, man. When I look at this charts, man, and I see where it came from, year to date, it's just a trajectory on the upside, and I don't see it stopping because a great stop is hidden because it's the internal parts that big companies like NVIDIA need, the memory parts, the storage parts of the companies. And when you need memory and storage, hey, you need a company like this company in your portfolio, okay? And let's just look at where we are at today, guys. Over the weekend, you could have got it at 428. See that right there? And it opened up today, early this morning, it opened up at 428.51. 428.51 right there is where it opened up. You guys can see it real good on the drop. The Bulls is still in charge. It ran all the way up to a high. It actually, y'all see that candlestick, how it's got that green wick up there? It actually broke my all-time high, not only one time, but actually 3 times. Let's look at this candlestick right there. It broke, and then the Bears came and pushed it right back down, right there. Y'all see that? Pushed it down, but then the Bulls came in and pushed it back up to even a little bit more all-time high of 454.04. $454 is an all-time high. I'm going to go ahead and mark that one there, guys. so we can have that down as a new all-time high. Boom. We got it marked. I marked that today. Now, the deal is this, guys. If you're going to buy this company, because it is a shoot market, we ain't buying up here high. We're going to buy down here low. I'm going to go ahead and mark this all-time low right here. I'm going to go ahead and change the color on it because I want us to think about this one right here. Okay, let's get this right there, boom. This is one that's not in my portfolio, guys, but guess what? I found it. And when I catch this bad boy down under 428, let me look at another spot real quick for us to think about. 428, what is that right there? 428, 427, what was that? Let's say that right there. Yeah, 420. Let's open it up so we can see. I'm going to tell you guys exactly where we're going to buy this at. Good job. Figured it out. We just ain't throwing the money out there, guys. We're not throwing our money out there. But when you guys catch this, look at that right there. Yeah, I'm going to mark that. 417.10. Boom. That's our new buying spot. If you guys going to get in the WDC, if you guys can catch it at 417, let me open it up so y'all can see it. Boom, 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 boom. Let's come on down here. Come on down here. Come on down here. That was one day. That's today, guys. Only way I'm going to get this marked off is to look at the 5-day. We're looking at buying it at 417.73. If you guys catch it down 417 or anything under 420. Let's say that. Anything under 420, WD is a great buy for the future. Buy as much as you can. I would, not financial advice. You know, buy it on the dip. We're going to keep buying this on the dip. And I promise you guys, guys start buying on the dip. Next year, you're going to make a whole lot of money. Because I already showed y'all. It's a rocket ship headed to the moon. That's what this one is right here, guys. It is a rocket ship headed to the moon. And I already got it marked down. This is where I'm going to be buying. Under 420. WDC, guys, is a great company for you guys to own. Put it in your portfolio. Own this company. Yeah, own this company. Trying to move myself back up here where I was earlier. Boom. Own this company, guys. It ain't gonna do nothing but make you a whole lot of money. If you like these type of messages, like and subscribe, you know what I mean? Share them out to your friends. I just make these videos so you guys can make informed decisions on your investment journey. Yeah, talk to you guys soon. Love y'all.